Usually I take a good few days to feel road weary on these trips. Perhaps it was getting soaked to the skin by a sleet storm on my drive up, but I was quite restless on this, my first full day of the trip. I hadn't stopped around Glencoe as I had intended, and I only spent half a day at Loch Maree. I should have known that this was not a good state in which to approach one of my favourite landscapes, but I ignored the alluring snowy mountains on the road from Loch Maree to Ullapool, and I pushed on anyway. I really cut it fine with my sunset shoot today. I arrived quite late after dithering all day. All the way here I was kind of indecisive. There was so much snow on the mountains on the way from Loch Maree to Assynt, and when I got here to Coigach, none of the mountains have much snow on them at all. And for once with Assynt I was a little bit disappointed. And then I remembered that I come here when it's not snowy as well and it's just as amazing. So I pulled myself together and came for the sunset shoot. Not sure I got anything particularly special today. Kind of played with some compositions and it's looking like it might be a clear night. So I've lined up some things that could work for Astro later. I am going to go and have some dinner and recharge my batteries, both my cameras and my own, because I am absolutely shattered. Been at it all day. I'm a little bit undecided about what to do for the next few days. As I said, Coigach and Assynt are not looking anywhere near as snowy as the mountains a little bit further south. I think they need to be Munros to really have that dusting that I saw around Sleoch and Loch Maree. Further north in Assynt it did seem like some of the mountains had some snow on them, so I might stay around here and then do my usual circuit up to Loch Assynt and see about some of those Munros in the north of Assynt. And then I'm not sure. I started exploring Loch Maree before and I thought I was done with it, but the snow is there and I would like to explore some more compositions around there, so I might head back that direction. I also wanted to stop into the Cairngorms, but we'll have to see. I think I'll have a clearer idea once I get some food in my belly. I'm absolutely starving. It took me a long time to get into the rhythm and find my pace on this trip. First days are often hard going, but the opening of this adventure was particularly bad. I don't know if you can tell from the piece to camera, but I had the major hump. I needed to rest and regroup for the following day, but I was even finding the survival essentials of car camping arduous. Frustrated, I was sure that my attempts at images so far had come to little. Conditions are partly responsible. After all, clear skies make for dull sunset photos, but the problem was mainly between my ears. So I took a break from thinking about photography, ignored the twinkling stars that lured me to spend a late night on astrophotography, and instead found a park up and focused on getting myself in order. For tonight, I just needed to get some food and a good night's sleep. Things might well be better tomorrow. I'm not sure what I was trying to do with this image. I was being careful to make sure that the dark silhouette of the trees didn't intersect with the outline of Stac Polliadh, but I completely ignored whether the tree itself was a good subject. Further than this, there is no clear visual flow to this composition. The image is a little bit too symmetrical, and the polarisation of the clear sky makes for an odd feeling overall. The sand in the foreground of this image is interesting, but there's very little of merit elsewhere. In truth, despite this aspect being marked as the viewpoint for Stac Polliadh on Google Maps, I think this is my least favourite angle. Where from other directions, Stac Polliadh's shape is interestingly rugged. From here, the triangle of the mountain is too symmetrical. I scouted the shore of the loch with the drone, and I quite like this still that I took. But the sky is dull, and the lighting lacks dynamism, and a black and white conversion is the only edit that works at all. As I edit the video, I've been dropping pins on the map for places to explore more, on Loch Tula, Loch Marie, here in Assynt, and further north too. One of the things I learned from this trip was to listen to conditions. If it's sunny and still, explore a little. There is always another day for a portfolio image. And as I would be reminded the next day, you only need one good afternoon to scratch that itch and make the whole long journey worthwhile. Tune in next week to see the behind the scenes making of some of the best images I've taken in Scotland. If you like this video, please subscribe to see more. I take several photo trips a year and release the story of these journeys as a weekly video series afterwards.